So I had went to a pretty big high school, but it wasn't a very diverse high school, so I think I wasn't prepared to come to the University of Washington.
I think high school did a very good job of kind of sheltering me in a way, and when I arrived at college I realized that I had to do a lot of things on my own, or I had to take the initiative and kind of figure out things on my own.
That in terms of learning how to study and how to be a student, it prepared me really well, but I think in terms of understanding what I was interested in and just the different areas of study in the world, I don't think I really had a grasp of what that was until I got to college.
I was born and raised in South Seattle, so I was lucky enough to go in my classrooms looking around like at my teachers, at my fellow classmates. Everyone was a person of color. Everyone looked like me, talked like me, and we just had the same, it was kind of like an unspoken shared lived experience. And so once I finally did go to UW, I was like, oh, I feel like my whole entire world was kind of mind blown.
I'm first gen, my mom's a refugee, so if you don't go to college and don't have at least a bachelor's, the likelihood of getting a job is it felt very low back then. So it was no doubt in my mind that I was gonna go to college and graduate from it.
Back in middle school, I had gotten in trouble recently with my parents, and with my parents, it was a whole school fiasco. I ended up having to, go through a whole lots of hoops and sets, and after I was able to go back to school, and I had a moment to sit down and really think why am I doing these actions? What am I doing this? What am I getting out of this? And I had a moment to think about what my dad and my mom told me, because they sacrificed a lot to getting to the US, and they gave up basically their own future so then me and my 3 other siblings would have a better opportunity than they would ever have.
The aha moment was more this is what now it's time to figure out who I am, rather than what the school system kind of has made me to be. I was good. I was straight A's, a student in elementary through 10th grade, and but that was kind of just how they made me to be. And now in college, it kind of was time for me to explore who I was and what I really enjoyed doing.
I don't think I figured out what I wanted to do until my junior year of college. And I'm still figuring it out. But yeah, there's a lot of room. And when I was going in, I was really convinced that I needed to do biology and be a doctor. And I've moved so far away from that. So I wish someone had told me that I didn't really need to know all of that or feel certainty about those things.
So just looking back at them, seeing them work their butts off to just even give me the chance to even go at school was it kind of flipped the switch to me to be hey, let's actually get your act together, please. If it's not going to be for you or for your mom and dad, do it for your 3 sisters, because the oldest brother, I love all 3 of them, so I want them to have a good role model.
College, I don't think I ever had an aha moment. I think it was more ingrained in me, especially being a first generation. Okay, the way to become successful is going into college, getting a degree, and then using that degree to get a job. And so I don't think I ever had an aha moment, which is is unfortunate, but that's just, I guess, the reality of many first generation students.
Well, I did the Running Start program when I was a junior in high school. So I went to South Seattle College for 2 years full time. And I felt it gave me a lot of independence. I was able to see what it was like to register for my own classes and make my own choice in my academic career. And it was nice to be on a college campus and to connect with professors and other college students. And I feel that really helped prepare me for where I am now.
One thing I wish I knew before starting college is that there are so many resources available in college. I really went into college thinking that I was alone or that I had to figure things out all on my own. But after my second year, I realized how many resources were available, specifically here at the University of Washington, that I hadn't known, and that would have been super helpful as a first year to connect with other students or just talk to professionals who had a lot of information that could help me through my journey.
They talk about the academics and then a little bit of you party a little bit or whatever, and then you leave. They don't talk about how there's so many different programs and people in college who want to help you explore and like figure out things. So I wish that I would have known that college is a chance to explore and find yourself and find what you like by trying a bunch of different things. And that if you go in not knowing what you want to do, and if you go in like just completely lost, like that's okay, because you're here to explore.